The Saints lost Thursday, but Sunday felt like a win. The NFC South is dumpster juice, and the Saints are still in this thing, Andrew. Plus, Saints Happy Hour, we obtained exclusive top secret audio of Dennis Allen talking to Jim Mora using patron money. So that'll be more fun than watching the Saints try to tackle. Thomas, hit that intro.
Yo, what up? It's Deontay Harris with the New Orleans Saints. Y'all Saints Happy Hour podcast? Yeah. No bueno, not good. Y'all Saints takes. It's just awful. And I think it's because the drinks that y'all be drinking be having y'all a little woozy and y'all be forgetting like what team y'all talking about or something. I don't know what it is, but we gotta figure something out because it's bad. Let's regroup, reassess, and just be better, you know? All love.
Everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. We are live on Twitch. If you aren't, follow us on Twitch and remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcast. Smash. That like button on YouTube.
Got awkward.
Become an hour and get two free months.
Just keep going. Keep going. Ralph, you just anyway.
I went full Ralph. We have a limited edition Boys Are Back Cup. I don't have it in front of me. You get it as a gift for any annual patron at any level. Also, remember, we're doing the MVP contest for people who watch on the live stream and donate or subscribe to the live stream. Anyone who donates any amount during the show each week gets entered into a drawing at the end of the season for Saints Happy Hour and Smoke Monday t-shirt. The person who donates the most each week gets entered into our drawing to win 2 Saints game tickets for 2023. And the person who donates the most each week gets to have a 30-second video of themselves giving their Saints hot take played the following week. I butchered that open completely. Dave, what are you drinking? I am drinking Dreamsicle out of the Saints Super Bowl champion mug. The past is all we have.
I love that he says, Dave, what are you drinking? And then immediately tells us what he's drinking before you get a chance to answer.
That's right. I'm trying to move it along.
Hey, Dave, what are you drinking? I'm drinking the Love here.
What is that? What is the Love? What is that?
The Love is a wheat beer from Charlottesville from Star Hill Brewery.
Oh, okay. Cool. Interesting name. I am drinking, I guess it's going to be pronounced Galarraga. I'm assuming named after Andreas Galarraga. But
Galarraga.
It's got the RBI baseball artwork on there, which is awesome. I don't know if you can tell, but I guess I'm a sucker for beer cans that have old NES themed artwork. And also, Kevin is not here tonight, but I just realized I have this back here. He can be with us in spirit.
Right.
My closet chum. There he is.
Hey, Tomas, check the timestamp on this.
And sound bites.
There you go. All right. So anyway,
we don't need them.
I'm also wearing my Feels Like 98 Tulane t-shirt.
Yeah, and I'm wearing.
You mean the team that's ranked below LSU? Is that who you're referring to?
You know what's funny? What's funny is a couple of my friends were telling me last week when Tulane was ranked 25th and LSU was ranked 27th and they weren't in the top 25. A couple of my friends were like, "How are you not talking trash to all of our LSU friends right now?" And I was like, "Well, because I don't think this is really going to last," and blah blah blah. And of course, I was rooting so hard for Ole Miss. Obviously, I have tons of friends that went to LSU because they're from here, but I also have a lot of friends who went to Ole Miss. And I was rooting for Ole Miss to beat LSU. That would have been great. But now I'm pissed off that I should have got all my trash. I should have gotten all my trash talking in last week.
Are you saying Old Miss?
No,
it sounds like you're throwing a D in there.
I am definitely not.
My family's Ole Miss alumni. I texted my brother mean things when LSU dump trucked them on Saturday.
So I'm mad that I didn't get in. I should have listened to my friends. I should have gotten in the trash talk because we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I'm gonna.
You guys are playing Alabama.
I'm gonna retract the Tulane hate. I even said something mean, I think, on Twitter just to rib Dave. But
how could you hate Tulane?
No, I love Tulane. Like I like if I were to pick my second college football team, it would be them. And I know LSU and Tulane have a rivalry thing, but I don't subscribe to that. I like both teams. I root for both. And,
could we get an LSU versus Tulane bowl game?
Oh my God,
that'd be awesome. But I mean, seriously, I'm pumped for Tulane. I'm pumped for you, Dave.
How much money I would make in that situation? I do want to say
it's all about you.
Just diving into the money pit.
I want to thank everybody involved in Tulane athletics. I want to thank the entire Tulane family, the Tulane community, students, alumni, parents, everybody who supported Campus Connection this weekend. We had a record weekend of sales, and it was awesome. So I've been waiting 23 years for this. So
good for you.
Well, speaking of tremendous support, Dave, because of the tremendous support from the patrons at Saints Happy Hour, we were able to purchase top secret audio from the Saints facility. Jim Mora was pissed about Thursday. He stormed into Dennis Allen's office, and we had a source sold us the audio of Dennis the Menace getting it from Jim Mora. And this is all because of patrons supporting the show. They allowed us to purchase this. Thomas, play that Saints Happy Hour exclusive audio.
Dennis, I have a question about messaging, because I know it's a hot button topic, even on a night like tonight when you said at halftime you're encouraging and telling Dalton keep doing what you're doing. And is there a fine line between encouraging and getting mad when mistakes are happening?
Yeah, I think our team knows that they're held accountable.
You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will.
I don't think there's any question that they're held accountable, if that's what the question is.
That is f***ing stupid. Wake up.
Dennis, what is the mindset right now of your team?
Frustrated, but not despondent.
God, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that.
We still, everything that we want to accomplish is still right there out in front of us.
It makes me almost want to vomit.
And I'm fully confident that this team will put together a string of wins and turn things around.
This comes from the heart.
That is f***ing stupid. Wake up.
I mean, we're like TMZ now. We get exclusive leaked audio from sports teams.
We risk our reputation, man.
We risk everything.
I'm surprised he didn't work in a little. I'm not a fish guy in there somehow.
Yeah, I'm not a fish guy.
I'm not a big fish guy.
I gotta say, like, listening to Dennis Allen, just man, I feel like Sean Payton in this, he would be so surly.
He'd be fucking surly.
He'd be so pissed off and be like, "What do you mean? Do we hold our guys accountable? What do you think?
Are you accountable, Cat Terrell?"
Yeah. You think we just show up and hand out popcorn to our players? And you're like, I just feel like Sean Payton would have been surly and I don't know. He's like, I don't know. How are things going, Dennis? Frustrated, not despondent.
He's boring. I mean, Dennis, so his biggest crime is he's boring.
That's just. He sucks at media, man. He sucks.
His injury updates are all over the place. Like, it's infuriating. But the one good thing I'll say is Kamara was great after the game. He took a leadership role apparently, and this warmed my heart. Demario Davis today, he got me fired up. I think the Saints are going 12-5. Thomas, play the Demario Davis sound from today.
You want me to preach? I'm always soul searching. My goal in life is to be the best human being that I can be. That extends way beyond the football field. I love the game of football because it presents every life lesson that you can ever have. It makes you a better person. It makes you a better husband. It makes you a better father. It makes you a better teammate. It makes you a better coworker. It makes you a better friend. Because just like our situation, being at 2-5, you're going to have stuff that happened to you that you did not expect. Matter of fact, you expected the exact opposite. And what are you going to do? when that moment happens. And you have to do your soul searching before that moment happens. Because if you're not prepared when the rain comes, it's too late. And it's certain people that's built for moments like this. And there's certain people that get excited for moments like this. Because when it's dark outside,
it's dark.
Somebody has to be the hope to remind people that the sun gonna come back out. That's all I got, people.
Damn.
Andrew, yesterday was the most enjoyable Saints Sunday since they beat Atlanta.
I feel like Demario Davis just dunked on Dennis Allen there.
He did. He did.
What did he say? He said you gotta be
ready for the rain
before the rain comes. So does that mean we're screwed because we're already 2-5? So we should have been prepared back when we were 0-0?
Yeah, you should have had your tarp ready.
I don't know. That kind of made me believe again. I gotta say, man, like Demario Davis, like it felt right there in that moment, like he was saying what Drew Brees would say in that moment.
Yeah,
but it just less cheesy. You know, like Drew, I wasn't ever fully bought into what he was saying because it just felt a little like he was always saying the right things, but it was
because he wasn't drinking a one of those Advocare drinks,
right,
and wearing an Untuck It shirt while he was doing it.
That's right.
Well, Dave, I might not believe in the Saints, but I 100% believe the NFC South is trash.
Well, it doesn't really matter whether you believe it or not because it's a fact. It's true. You can choose to believe it however you want to believe it, but it's a fact. Yeah, no, this is a great week for the Saints. Despite it felt like a bye week because they played on Thursday, so we spent all weekend and tonight, Monday night, just watching other teams play, and it kind of felt like a bye week. Of course, it wasn't a bye week. Demario Davis just said reminded us that we were 2-5, and
yeah,
it like I haven't actually heard it out loud. And when you say it out loud, it's really depressing.
Terrible,
yeah, 2-4 is like okay, but then 2-5, then you've got more losses than you have wins. And then
I gotta say, so Ralph, earlier this week, and Ralph has been on the freaking doom train all season long. I mean, he's right. Dude, in training camp, like some dude leaves practice and he texts me like season over. Like it's been like this for months. That anytime something even remotely bad happens, Ralph is like season's over.
Emotionally fragile.
He has been during games. We punt, we go 3 and out, we punt, game's over. Like he's been doing that shit all season long. He's been more negative and driving the doom train than ever. And then something weird happened on Sunday. And this is why I love Ralph. Like, as much as he's been annoying me with his negativity, and maybe this is why Sully, I think I have an epiphany here. Maybe this is why Sully loves Ralph. Because he's like the everlasting gobstopper. And
there must be something. We have
Charlie,
to figure out what it
Factory. is. Yeah. It's like you keep tasting it and you're expecting one flavor and you get another. And Ralph texts me on Sunday and he's like, Andrew, like, I've had it all wrong. Like and Ralph will do this. Like you think Ralph, you think you're expecting him to act a certain way. After a while, he's like, okay, he's running the doom train. And then out of nowhere, on a dime, he calls me on Sunday. He's like, Andrew, I've had it all wrong. Like we've been talking about the Saints being awful and they need to blow it up. He's like, that ain't it at all.
That's right.
It's like Loomis needs to double down. He needs to YOLO even harder because they're only one game out of first place and this division is awful. It's there for the taking. So now he wants to
one
trade
game out
more
of the
draft
wild card.
picks. He wants to put more assets push him into the future. And I'm just like, all right, let's go.
Sick people. Mentally
no, listen,
sick.
Dave, I want you to make me a t-shirt that says YOLO harder. The Saints, they're one game out of first. And here's the thing. They're stuck. This roster. They're stuck with this roster for 2 more years. There's nothing you can do. Yeah. You can't rebuild. There's no way out. The only way out is through. Burn more assets. Go get a defensive tackle. Go get a safety. Go get a corner that's room temperature. And let's go. Trade for Matt Ryan.
No, my God, no.
Trade for Brady.
I would have said that last year or 2 years ago, but considering the events that have unfolded this week, him being benched, no way, absolutely not.
I was so desperate for something, and I feel like watching Tom Brady in Tampa lose to a Carolina team that's already waving the white flag. They're already done. They're like, we're tanking. We've traded Christian McCaffrey. We've traded Robbie Anderson, other guys on our roster. And that is quite a screenshot.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing with Tampa that, to me, is the best news of all for the Saints. It isn't like, Andrew, that you look at Tampa and you're like, well, they turned the ball over 4 times and they fumbled a punt. Carolina ran a kickoff back. No. Tampa didn't turn the ball over 1 time. Carolina just ran the ball down their throat
without Christian McCaffrey.
Tom Brady down. Like, that's like, Tampa's not really fixable. And I think they have a coach, Dennis Allen clone, in Todd Bowles.
And I think you have a fat head of the Atlanta Falcons secondary, and it looks like they're on fire.
PJ Williams, Carolina Panthers quarterback.
It appears they're ablaze.
That's right.
You mean PJ Walker?
PJ Walker. Did I say PJ Williams? Tulane great PJ Williams.
No.
Ralph ne peut pas dire le nom de quelqu'un correctement.
We went a little bit further down the road than I wanted. I wanted to go back to something that Ralph said earlier, which was that, or that Andrew said earlier, was that Ralph called Andrew to tell him how he had it all wrong and he was changing his mind. You're telling me that on top of texting and on top of doing the podcast, you guys are calling each other and talking over the phone? It's 2022. Yeah. Like, Ralph, you have to, like, you're actually still talking on the phone. Like,
I like to talk on the phone, Dave. I do
too. I'm not gonna lie.
I like to talk on the phone.
Talker kind of guy. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like an old lady.
Yeah,
I like to talk on the phone.
I think it's like a child of the 80s thing.
It's funny, Ralph, because whenever I call Dave, there's like a tinge of annoyance in his voice, like, hey, what? Hey. Like, anytime I call Dave, it's like, what do you want? You know, it's like, he's not like excited to hear from me. When I call Ralph, it's like, what's up, Andrew? Like, there's like a little pep in his step. He's like excited to hear from me. And I'm like, all right, let's go. We're doing this. We're talking. When I call Dave, he's like, hey.
What up?
You've got to catch me at the right time. You've got to catch me at the right time for me to, like, want to spend some time in
Biloxi Blue says he avoids talking on the phone like the
Yeah. I always try to divert, for work. I'm diverting to email me. Oh yeah, let's talk about this over email.
Yeah. People are anti talking on the phone in the chat.
I got a buddy, Samir, who is really into FaceTiming. He's a patron of the show.
That's real, like, Gen Z millennial shit.
No. So he's like 40 years old. He's my age, and he FaceTimes me, and I'm like, no, FaceTime me during Saints games, and I'm like, dude, I can't do this right now. Like, I'm trying to focus. Like, what are you doing to me?
Game, yeah.
And so we had like a breakthrough. We were hanging out one time, and I'm like, dude. He's like, why don't you ever answer my FaceTime? And I'm like, okay, we gotta talk about this. Like, why are you FaceTiming me? That's weird. And he's like, look, dude. He's like, I'm not looking for like this long conversation where we look in each other's face. Like, it's like a check-in. Like, when I FaceTime you, it's like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and we're done. So I don't know. I've kind of acclimated to it, but it's still weird.
The only time I FaceTime is with my parents when the kids when the kids one. That's
like if I FaceTime you right now, Dave, that would be weird, right? It'd be weird.
I FaceTime my mom, me and Max. I FaceTime with my brother.
Right.
For his birthday, me and Max saying him happy birthday.
I'm totally FaceTiming both of you tomorrow.
I think our generation, for the most part, phone calls. The next generation, I guess, would be millennials. They're texters, and then Gen Z is after them, and I think they're FaceTimers. I think that's
a child under the age of 10. Show them a rotary phone. It's comedy.
Wait, what happens if I accept this?
It's probably gonna get really weird sonically.
Didn't I accept it? Oh, it says join. Are you trying to? Is this going to be like FaceTimeception? Put it up to the camera. Faceception. Hi. Are we break? We're
FaceTime
breaking.
and FaceTime.
We're
Dave's going to
breaking
get
the
transported back to
FaceTime
1998 and get to enjoy the Tulane Green Wave, go undefeated.
Feels like 98. Available at campusconnection.cc.
Thomas, play the breaking news siren.
What happened?
So we got breaking news.
Can we tighten up these gaps a little bit? Jesus,
yeah,
come on.
There we go.
There we go. Andy Dalton just threw another interception.
Oh, that was the joke. Jesus.
Andy Dalton, Dave.
I'm surprised you were able to find a fathead of Marquez Callaway catching a pass.
Hit him in the face. Listen, I feel like the Saints, Dave, they really, really want Andy Dalton to be the starting quarterback, and he couldn't close the deal. He had a chance against Cincinnati. He had a chance against Arizona. He couldn't close the deal. I know 2 of the interceptions weren't his fault, but the end zone interception was horrific.
Yeah, that's true. And so we're all in agreement. Obviously, Marquez Callaway, that one was on him. But we're all in agreement that him getting hit while he was throwing is not his fault. Because I kind of felt like, I mean, he could be a little more mobile. Like he could maybe be reading pressure a little bit better. I was kind of on the fence about whether we were giving that one to him or not. But
by the way,
we'll
all the interceptions. Andrew texted me the pick sixes before I actually saw them on the stream. Andrew's like the Grim Reaper of death coming from the future to ruin my Saints experience.
Look at that guy flying. That's my favorite shot maybe in all of football. Is that guy flying behind Andy Dalton. That was an amazing shot.
That's probably like the shot of the year in the NFL.
Right.
Like,
no, that was he's like literally like 10 feet in the air. And Andy Dalton is walking away like he blew the place up, which he kind of did. I'll go on record now because I know I was on record and I was very vocal about Andy Dalton coming in and doing well. At this point, between Andy Dalton and Jameis Winston, I don't even care anymore. It doesn't matter. The results are still the same. It's like we're still getting turnovers with Andy Dalton.
Here's the thing, though, Dave. They're
I don't know.
fifth
I really
in
don't know.
points.
I don't think it matters.
The Saints are fifth in points in the NFL, and most of their
fourth
points.
in yards.
How is this possible?
They're
This
fifth
doesn't
in
make
points,
sense. This doesn't
and their
make
points.
sense.
Besides the Arizona game and the Tampa game, they're not garbage time points. Like, my thing is, I want Andy Dalton to definitely start this week because I'm going to the game. And I feel like Jameis upside, he could give him a miracle, but I feel like Andy Dalton is more likely to get them to a 1-score game against the Raiders, and I'm flying all the way to New Orleans, and I don't want the game to be 24-3 middle second quarter. But I guess it could happen. It happened against Arizona, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, here's a fun stat from Andrew's dad. They're also first in points allowed. So
oh my God!
There you go. That sounds right to me. That makes more sense to me.
I'm sure they lead the league in defensive touchdowns, giving up.
So I would think that makes them a good candidate.
What are they? They're up to 4 defensive touchdowns now.
Carolina, there was 2 against
Arizona, Tampa.
Tampa had 1. Yeah,
Tampa had
a pick
1.
6. Yeah,
so that's
it's at least 4. Yeah,
so 4. Jesus,
that might be an NFL record.
Well, I'm saying that they have to be a good candidate for being number 1 in like point differential. If they're 5th in points scored and 1st in points allowed,
every game they've lost was 1 possession.
I can't imagine there are many other teams, if any at all, who have as big of a swing like that, as big of a difference in points.
Yeah,
you mean their difference is very small, right?
No, I mean,
no, they have a big difference. I mean, I don't know how you phrase it.
They don't really have any like. Who's like an awful like even Carolina won yesterday. They don't have any like awful teams this year. I mean, the Texans maybe.
Detroit.
Oh yeah, Dan Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
What a joke that guy is. So here's the thing:
Saints legend Dan Campbell.
Saints legend Dan Campbell. That's right. The defense, Andrew, is injured badly. I mean, I think they brought back Jason David, Johnny Poe, Fred Thomas. I don't know who was playing corner against
Did
Arizona.
Johnny Poe ever actually play in a game?
Who?
Johnny Poe?
I think you're
Poe,
thinking of
yes,
Johnny Patrick, Dave.
Johnny Patrick.
Johnny Poe's from like the 70s and 80s.
Stanley Jean Baptiste.
Oh, jeez. SJB.
Who? Oh, Fred
Smoke
Weary.
Monday.
Smoke.
Well, we may never know. We may never see.
Brandon Browner.
Every day.
He just wanted to drop that in. That's all that was.
You got
But
me.
and it was bad. Like
whoop.
Chris, look at the missed
Yeah,
tackles
you know
are-
what we need?
My
We need
God.
Adam Troutman back.
Oh my God.
I think we need Adam Troutman back.
Whoop.
On defense.
Whoop.
Yeah, on defense.
Whoop.
Hey Ralph, we need Adam Troutman back.
Yeah, I don't have the fish guy sound, Thomas.
I'm not a big fish guy.
There we go.
We really got to tighten up these gaps.
That's right.
It's brutal.
Thanks to Saints Rabbit for donating 1,000 bits. Thank you, Saints
Plus
Rabbit.
5,000 earlier, I think.
Andrew's dad says the
10,000.
worst point differential. Dave is the Steelers.
Really? Where are we? Do we know where we? Can you look up where we are, Mr. Jude?
The Bucks lost to them too.
That's right. The Bucks lost to Mitch Trubisky and PJ Walker back-to-back weeks.
I mean, can we at least, as bad as the Saints season has been so far, can we at least enjoy that we're finally getting to watch Tom Brady collapse and deteriorate
Before our eyes.
I mean, I just I was waiting for this. Like we had to watch it with Drew, and we had to watch Tom Brady.
That's not fair, Dave. Drew never deteriorated like this. Drew, yeah, he had a bad playoff game. His last year, the Saints offense was top 10.
Maybe you're right. But we had to still watch Tom Brady win Super Bowls put up good numbers. And now, and Drew finally had to hang it up because of all the injuries. And now Tom, in addition to Tom playing so poorly, he sacrificed his famly for all of it too.
He's in a mansion in Tampa by himself, eating avocado ice cream, wondering what he did wrong.
The strawberries.
I mean, this has been a fall from grace that has
delightful.
just I've been absolutely.
It's kind of crazy. Like Rodgers,
Chef.
Matt Ryan, Brady, Russell Wilson. There's like a lot of stud quarterbacks that are evaporating this year.
What's Matt Ryan, by the way, if you haven't seen it, he got benched because he's injured, but the coach of the Colts is like, yeah, we're benching him because he's injured, but he's done for the year. We're not going with
who's the starter for the Colts now? Is it
some guy Ellinger
Curtis
from
Painter?
Texas, 6th round pick.
Yeah.
But
yikes.
Brady looks completely washed. Aaron Rodgers looks kind of washed. Russell Wilson, even before he got injured and was out, he looked kind of washed. Like these quarterbacks just like old in a snap. The fun part is a lot of them are in the NFC. 2 of them are Rodgers and Brady. The NFC South next year. If you think it's bad this year, oh my God. And here's the thing. If Carolina can beat Atlanta Sunday, which possible, right? And the Saints can beat the Raiders and Baltimore can beat Tampa, the entire NFC South, Andrew, will be 3-5.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
If
you told me that I like the Saints could win Sunday, they'd be, and then the whole division would be 3-5, but then they don't get to make the playoffs eventually, the Saints, I might go for it. No, give me 1 week of that hilarity.
Here's the best part. Like if the whole NFC South is 3-5 and Mickey Loomis wakes up on Monday, Halloween, and he has 2 days before the trade deadline, he might get nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Because he'll be like, I'm tied for first. I gotta make moves. I gotta get this done.
Yeah, it's like Saints fans keep talking about tanking, and the nerds are like, "Oh yeah, it's finally here." But I think what we're forgetting is it's like, of course, Mickey Loomis is one game out of first place. He's one game out of the wild card. Of course, he's gonna go YOLO. Yeah, that's who he is. It's what he does.
Asking Mickey Loomis to rebuild is like asking me to pronounce names correctly.
What evidence? Happening. What evidence do we have that Mickey Loomis will ever operate that way when he's one game out of first place?
I mean, Dave, do you think Mickey Loomis is reckless in other parts of his life? Like, do you think he like goes to the Treasure Chest Casino and just gambles recklessly?
Mickey Loomis was at the Tulane game, by the way, wearing a Tulane shirt.
He clearly lives recklessly then.
The stadium was full.
Yeah, packed. No, I don't think he lives recklessly. I think he lives like your ordinary Metairie citizen, to be quite honest with
you. So, but Andrew, let's be semi-serious about the defense. They were horrific against Arizona, and I know.
Oh no, we suck again.
And I know they didn't have any corners, but Arizona was missing their center and their guard, and they jammed the ball down the Saints' throat. Maybe that was because it's Thursday night, it's hard to get up, whatever. But like the Raiders, for instance, Josh Jacobs has been killing it the last 3 weeks. Like, what? This defense is not doing anything well right now. Do you see anything at all that not even I'm not even asking you for like a sliver of hope. I'm just asking you for, is there anything you look at and you're like, I think possibly maybe they could get that fixed and it cannot be a disaster? One part of the defense, not the whole defense.
No. Nope, not at all. I mean, they got to get Lattimore back. I feel like Lattimore is like
you're gonna shoot your dick off.
So I don't know what's up with his injury. I've heard it's like not super serious, so I don't know if that means he's back Sunday or not, but like they need to get him back badly. And at this point, like, give me a fat guy. There's got to be some 32, 33-year-old former defensive tackle that's been looking for a job, and give me a fat guy. Like, just give me a fat guy. Give me some dude that can play defensive tackle and stop the run.
Hollis Thomas.
Thomas, like 50 years old, watching SpongeBob.
Give me Hollis of 15 years ago. Yeah. Give me that guy.
I don't mean now Hollis Thomas.
Where's Malcolm Brown? What's he doing?
No idea.
Isn't he?
I think he just got cut this year, right?
Jacks or something?
Yeah, trade for Grady Jarrett. There you go, Biloxi Blues. YOLO.
That would be.
We need that guy from Georgia that just got drafted. Can we get that guy?
Jordan Davis.
Who was that? Yeah, Jordan Davis.
He would have been nice.
So this was kind of a debate that like Saints Twitter was having. Like I was arguing with someone who was like, "Yeah, they're 2-5. The season is disgusting. It's a disgrace. Like, why are you getting excited?" And I'm like, I don't know. Atlanta got the brakes beat off them by the Bengals, and Tom Brady looks awful. And out of nowhere, the Saints are one game out of first place. Like, does it really matter if we're 6-1 and some team is 7-0, or it's 3-4 versus 2-5? Like, it kind of all amounts to the same, right, Ralph?
I mean, well, it does, and the only difference is like if you're 6-1, you feel really good about you got other options to the playoffs. But here's the thing. I will say this. If the Saints go like 7-10 or like 8-1 and win the South, it will be the most fun accomplishment they've ever done besides win the Super Bowl.
I'm not going to lie. Like, if that happens, that would probably be my favorite division title.
It would be amazing. I'm still mad they didn't win the 2014 division title when all they had to do was go 8-8 and they couldn't do it. And Carolina went 7-8-1 and got it. Like, I will fly that banner with pride, Dave. I will buy the T-shirt. I will buy the hat. It will be amazing.
I'm one Rashid Shaheed touchdown away from buying his jersey.
Oh my God!
Why, how are we not? I mean, I'm assuming Pete Carmichael this week is spending all week working on and formulating ways that we can start incorporating him more into this offense.
Yeah,
right?
he's going to go nuts and give him 2 touches this week.
Dave, that's a great
2 touchdowns. According to my stats, checks notes, 1 touch for Rashid Shaheed equals 1 touchdown.
You'd think you'd want more touchdowns. I don't know.
That's a great segue, Dave, to our new segment. It's called the Clown of the Week.
Oh, was I supposed to think of something for this?
Yeah, he's supposed to have a Clown of the Week, and here's my Clown of the Week. My Clown of the Week. There's the clown music, Thomas. My Clown of the Week, gentlemen, Pete Carmichael. And here's my solution. Hey, Pete, make Shaheed the quarterback. That way, he'll get more than 1 freaking touch a game. I mean, and here's the thing. He's scoring touchdowns, and they threw him the ball against Cincinnati, and he was wide open. And they're like, well, we got to work him in. Why is he only getting 1 touch a week? What is the problem here, Andrew?
Yeah, at least give him a jet sweep or, I don't know.
Bubble screen?
A tunnel screen. Yeah, whatever. I'm with you. My clown has to be Justin Evans.
Oh, my God. Camp superstar.
Remember
Justin
in preseason
Evans.
when we were excited
Saints
about
legend
him?
Justin Evans.
That's right.
Remember when we were excited in preseason?
Yeah.
That was fool's gold.
Is he terrible because he's playing out of position, or is he just terrible?
He shouldn't be playing in the slot. I mean, to me, that's the thing that's got to change immediately in the secondary. They need to get a corner that can cover the slot. That's not who
is. PJ Williams, is he eligible to come off IR?
I think he is this week. Yeah.
Yeah. Dave, do you have a Clown of the Week? By the way, Thomas, that's great work by you. That graphics Clown of the Week.
Yeah. Well, Roger Goodell he's the
Clown of the Year,
the biggest clown, the king of the clowns. Yeah, I'll go with Dennis Allen. I think as each week goes by here, where we keep losing games in spectacularly weird fashion.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's the clown. Dennis Allen.
Somebody in the chat said him saying "keep doing what you're doing" in the halftime interview is not a good look.
That was wild.
Exactly. That's a great point.
Your quarterback throws 3 picks in the first half, and your answer is keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
I remember him saying that, and I was immediately like, "What?
Throwing touchdowns to the wrong team.
No, do not do that.
Yeah.
Do not throw 2 more pick sixes."
David Fisher from the Bird Calls blog, he had a great tweet. He said, if you would have told me Andy Dalton was going to throw 4 touchdowns in the first half, I would have expected to be happier. Of course, 2 of them went to Arizona. One real positive on the defense, Andrew. Alontae Taylor, he looks like a player.
Yeah, it's good to see him get some snaps and get in there. And, honestly, like Adebo, you better step it up because I know he's dealing with his ankle thing still. But, honestly, right now, I'd put Alontae Taylor on the other side a lot more. I would start him over Adebo.
He better get that vax.
What? If they don't have Lattimore... If they don't have Lattimore again, Andrew, and they've got to go Adebo, Taylor, and Roby's out, what are they doing? They're putting it's Justin Evans in the slot again.
Yeah, we're gonna need to say the rosary.
It's you, Rolf. Pick up the phone, man.
It's my time to shine. So Dave, I'm glad you're back.
I haven't left
because it's time to do the Dave Cariello panic meter.
Just in case anybody forgot, Kevin's still with us. He's here.
I was ready before yesterday to say there's not a level of panic on the meter that is sufficient enough for my severe panic. But I have to say, Carolina wins. Atlanta looks terrible. They're only a game out of first. I would say I'm
back down to guarded.
I'm
what? Guarded.
I'm high.
Just for a week.
It's high risk of panic, but it's not severe.
Yeah, I'm still at high. there's nothing. I'm seeing nothing that's showing me any sign of hope. Going back to what Demario Davis said, I don't know whether the Saints have those people that are prepared even after the rain.
You don't think they have that dog in them?
I don't know if they've got enough people healthy enough.
You got that dog in them.
So, and like Bullock, it was Saints. It was Saints Rabbit in the chat who remembered that Vegas had the Saints preseason at 7.5 wins, and we should have all known then. We should have listened. And
got bet up to 8.5.
So I'm high. I'm not. And honestly,
high, okay.
I don't know. Honestly, the thing is, I don't know if I'll ever get to severe, because worst case scenario is they keep losing, and one, I'm already used to that, and two, I'm not going to be
panic
surprised.
level goes down.
Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised by it. So I don't think it'll ever get to severe. It's already, it's they either win. The only way it would get up to severe is they're going to have to put a string of wins together and make a run and actually get in contention for potentially winning this division. But if they keep losing, then it goes right down the low and you give up and you quit.
So how stupid am I on a scale of 1 to 10 that I want the Saints to draft Jaden Daniels in the 3rd round?
I don't even know who that is.
I mean,
the LSU quarterback.
Yeah,
it's like
I don't even know.
Let's go Tigers.
It's like a 6. I mean, here's the thing with Jaden Daniels. He's
really good.
He's got all the physical tools. Like, he can scramble. He's got a good arm. And the thing about him is he doesn't seem to panic ever. Like, he's just like, I can get out of this with my legs. So he doesn't have that Jameis sort of panic in him, which I like. I mean, they picked Garrett Grayson in the 4th round. They picked Ian Book in the 4th round. Well, like, whatever. Like, roll them bones. Let's go.
Grayson was 3rd, I believe.
But here's the thing, Andrew.
Yeah, he was.
Here's the thing with, and I'm going to burst all the LSU people's bubbles.
Nope, don't even say it. Whatever you're about to say, stop.
Jarvis Landry and Honey Badger have gone so wrong for the Saints. It broke so bad. They're never signing an LSU free agent, drafting an LSU player until 2030.
This is
not
true.
happening.
Sean Payton knew what the hell he was doing. He knew something.
Sean's calling Mickey right now. Like, I told you to stay away from those Tigers.
Yep.
Mandy says Pete Carmichael's been bad at play calling. He doesn't know when to run, and he doesn't know when or how to scheme passing game. Man, they're 5th in points. Like, what do you people want? I know the red zone offense is bad, but if I told you in August, if I said the Saints are going to be the 5th highest scoring team in the NFL, if I told you that in August, we'd have been like, we are going to boat race the entire South. The Saints are going to be freaking amazing. They're like, what do you want out of Pete Carmichael? They're 5th in points.
Yeah, I mean,
in fact, amazing.
Just to recap and just to make sure we're all on the same page here, the reason this team sucks this year is, 1, the defense not playing well, not playing as well as we expected them to, hope they would, and 2,
turnovers.
Not only turnovers, I'm going to be even more specific about this, Andrew. Turnovers that result in immediate points.
That's right.
Seriously, you said 4 this season already?
4. That's 4.
That's 28 points. Yes, that's a lot. That is unsurvivable.
When you're losing 1-score games every week, yeah, that'll kill you.
Here's the thing. The Saints have 16. The Saints are minus 16 in turnovers. In 2019, the Saints had 8 turnovers the entire season. Like, this is abnormal. But I like Pete Carmichael. Like, he's been fine. Like, he's not great, but the things that they miss about Sean Payton, it's not really like the offensive scheme. I don't think.
I think it's to me it's a ridiculous that anybody would go after Pete Carmichael as the problem. Pete Carmichael has been here since, I don't know, did he come in 2006?
No, he's a little, I think it was 2007 or 2008.
Okay, but regardless, he was here through just about all of the Sean Payton, Drew Brees years. Now he's here after. He's had highs, he's had lows. Maybe you could consider this a low, but I do not think Pete Carmichael is the problem.
I'll tell you this, he's better than Joe Lombardi. Joe Lombardi's running the offense for the Chargers. The Chargers offense is bad. Just saying. So it's time for this week's hottest take of the week on the Hotline, sponsored by JLD Hot Sauces and Knives. If you want award-winning hot sauces like Boot Jalokia or Reaper Madness Special Reserve, go to www.jldsharpsauce.com. They have incredible jellies such as palm and pepper. They have an incredible selection of handmade knives for hunting, cooking, and outdoor needs. Go check out the Zombie Quartering Cleaver and tell me it's not the best damn quartering cleaver you ever saw in your life. Jerry Ambler is a tremendous supporter of Saints Happy Hour. So we are asking you to support the people who support Saints Happy Hour. Go to www.jldsharpsauce.com to get the best hot sauces and knives at the best prices anywhere. Use promo code Saints Happy Hour. You get 10% off. That's www.jldsharpsauce.com. I'm just not as good at it as Kevin. Breaks my heart.
Yeah, I also have to complain, Dave, that you made so much fun of Ralph that he's starting to say it correctly. Bujalokia.
Oh, that's upsetting to you? You wanted to?
Yeah, like
Ralph can't say anyone's name right.
I miss Bujalika.
I still am like I forget, and I say it with no confidence. Want to hear a funny story? Jerry, he's fantastic, and we were doing the paperwork for the ad. He put in the contract. He's like, and if this script or any mistakes that Ralph makes, it's okay. He knew that I could barely read the script. He knew the risks. So he put in like an addendum to the contract.
That's beautiful.
But he's smart. Jerry, he's a businessman. He knows. He knows. The hotline this week, Thomas.
I think it's special, man. I think it's special.
Really?
You're gonna love it. Yeah, I think you're gonna. Particularly one call. I liked it at least.
Yes.
Hit it, Thomas.
Here we go. I'm going to have to get some rum for this.
It's time for this week's hottest takes from the Saints Happy Hour Hotline.
Hey, did your team just lose its Hall of Fame coach and do a sham of a coaching search? Does your team have no quarterback for the present or the future? Did your team trade a top 5 pick who needs a quarterback next year? Is your team ravaged by injuries? Does your defense give up a ton of big plays and can't tackle worth a shit?
Yes.
And is your team last in turnover ratio?
Yes.
If this is your team, there's help. Just call 1-800-BAD-TEAM. That is 1-800-BAD-TEAM. Mike Ditka is right there waiting to take your call. Oh, love, whoa. Oh, love, whoa.
I'm watching this thinking like it's 1981 all over again. I'm 11 years old, but Bum Phillips is a hell of a lot more entertaining than this.
Ralph, please stop locking in wins. The only lock-in wins is the Pelicans and Tulane. Go Green Wave!
This team is a pile of shit. I am standing in Grayling, Alaska, 250 fucking miles away from a highway. And what really pisses me off is that I left my damn bag for my head in Louisiana. In Alaska, they only have cardboard boxes and plastic bags. I might have to use the fucking plastic bag. maybe to suffocate myself to keep from watching this piece of shit.
I hope it's not too late for my hot take, and maybe it's not as hot because I slept on it. But what I saw when I watched that game was a defense who's afraid to tackle. Like, they're scared to do it. They hesitate, like, before every tackle, every person on the defense, it seems like. Further, Dennis Allen sucks. Like, he's if a defense or if a team is a reflection of their coach, I mean, the defense is supposed to be the identity of this team, but this team doesn't even have an identity. Like, in the beginning of the game, they showed Cam Jordan as the face of the Saints. Like, this team is a mess right now, and Dennis Allen doesn't have what it takes. He's distracted from his defense by head coach, and I don't know if we just need some of that swagger that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson had been bringing, because there's zero swagger on defense. Our defense looks like a bunch of sheep.
The Bucks lose, the Falcons lose, and the Saints, for some goddamn reason, we're still in it because these assholes lost. Who needs therapy when we got the Saints Happy Hour podcast? Love you guys. Love our boys. We're still fucking in it.
I love it. Oh man, that was special. I like the mention of the 1-800-BAD-TEAM. If you're of a certain age, you know that was a great Buddy D bit back in the day, along with the Squirrels. He would have 1-800-BAD-TEAM. He would have Morgus call up, and it was great. But bring back the hotline of 1-800-BAD-TEAM. Thomas, we need an MVP update.
Okay, so only Saints Rabbit gave us.
It's a runaway.
Gave us
It's a little runaway.
11,100
Is it over?
bits.
Does he have it in the bag?
I think so.
I don't know. Last week, Cajun Sands won with 7,200 bits. So you tell me.
Did he send in a video?
Nope, he forgot to send the video. Unfortunately,
Rabbit, you better send us a video.
Here's my question. If you combined the Saints, if you combined LSU and Tulane's win total, will it be double the Saints win total?
Okay. Yeah. I think Tulane's going to have at least 8 or 9.
LSU probably also.
Yeah, LSU 8 or 9. So we're talking about 16 to 18 wins. And I don't know if the Saints get to 8. So yes. Yeah. Good question. Interesting. Yeah. This was like I felt like I was on one of those like kids math shows where, like
you're like,
you created a word problem that spoke to me, that kept me interested, but you fooled me into doing math. Brilliant.
Should I FaceTime Kevin?
It was like Odd Squad. This was like Odd Squad.
FaceTime Kevin. He's probably with one of the nurses.
Well, he doesn't have iPhone. Can you still FaceTime if you don't have
he has Android.
I don't think so.
What was that? What was the old 80s show on Nickelodeon that was kind of like Odd Squad, where it was like people MathNet. It's like this was like MathNet.
All right, well, I'll call him. Let's see how he answers.
You got to FaceTime.
FaceTime.
I can't FaceTime him. I can't. He doesn't have.
Why not?
iPhone.
He doesn't, because he doesn't have. Apple.
Do you have Google? Do you have Google?
Let's see how excited he is when he picks up. Let's see if he's like Dave. He's like, what? He's like Ralph, and he says, "Hey, Andrew."
Hello.
It's kind of more like Dave, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he's gonna be like, no, he's gonna be excited because he was.
Kevin, where are you?
Napping.
Napping?
You woke him up.
I woke you up?
Wait,
Yeah.
That's why you missed the podcast so you could sleep?
You're napping at 10 o'clock? It's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock at night. You can't nap. He's in bed.
What's that?
I said I had that convo with Ralph. I just got burned out at work.
Okay. Well, I'll let you go back to sleep.
Wait, when are you waking up if this is a nap? What time is he?
You were wrong about Billy Zappi.
We're talking about Billy Zappi.
Bailey.
How's he doing?
Sorry.
Good?
Yeah, he came into the game and he didn't win it, but he came in and threw a couple touchdowns. It looked good.
Then he got housed. The Bears housed the
Does
Patriots.
he know that he's on the podcast?
Oh, that's good.
Do you know you're on the podcast right now?
No, I do not. All right. Well, hello everyone. I'm tired, and I hope everyone's having a good day. And yeah, football.
All right. Well, you do not sound like you have that dog in you, so I'm gonna let you go back.
I assure you, I do not have that dog.
Poor Kevin.
You got that dog? Get him.
You woke him up from like a dead sleep.
All right, you go to bed. We'll talk to you later.
10 o'clock.
Poor man worked like an 18-hour day in the cold.
I gotta say, man, he's dead tired. I woke him up from a nap.
You should feel bad.
And he was more excited to talk to me than Davis.
You should have got the love, Andrew. You should have got a love update. Everybody in the chat was like,
"Oh yeah,
let me call him back real quick."
Kevin would have really appreciated
next
that.
week. Yeah, who dat 818? Who dat 11-8? You'll have to wait till next week. We'll get a
you're gonna annoy him.
Yeah, let's see if he picks up.
Jesus Christ, man, leave him alone.
You're gonna go to voicemail.
Sorry. Before we let you go, quick love update.
Yeah, sorry.
He's apologizing.
Hanging out with that nurse lady still every now and then. I'm actually accompanying her to a wedding on the weekend.
This is over, guys.
Go and buy a suit for it. So
is the wedding in Charleston?
No, the wedding is not in Charleston. Wedding is not in Charleston.
Where is the wedding?
I will likely never go to South Carolina ever again.
Where is the wedding located? In St. Louis?
Jesus.
Yeah, the wedding is in St. Louis.
Okay.
It's actually being held at the Fox Theater. Is it the Fox? Yeah, it's being held at the Fox Theater.
The Fox and Hound.
Like some rich couple that this gal knows, so they got the theater. So, yeah.
All right. Well, you go back to bed. Thanks for the update.
We needed a love update.
Pictures of my suit.
He's a champ. That's
Please
right.
do. All right.
So this was his like acquaintance that he's still involved with, that he's going to this.
Acquaintance.
This is gonna turn
You mean
into
fun
they're gonna
buddy,
start
right?
dating again. No.
Hey, Mandy says, "Be careful. That's a surefire way to a relationship, Kevin."
Yeah, that's exactly. That's what I'm saying. You already dated her. You broke up. You have like a little mutual friends with benefits relationship. Then you start doing things again together. He's getting back together with this chick. I'm calling it now. Thomas, I'm locking it in. Yes.
Oh my goodness, Thomas, play Take It to the Top. We got to get to questions. All right, Thomas, what you got for us?
Okay, so first question from Purveyor of Awesome, the longest nickname in the world. He asks, with Ralph demanding the Saints' days of trading up are over, what does the alien look like that is now inhabiting Ralph's body? And does it fix his grip strength?
Well, here's the thing.
Well, he's already switched his mind again.
The alien left my body as soon as Carolina won 21-3. The alien left my body and went back to his home planet. My grip strength is poor. Very poor. I am off the wagon.
It was like The Conjuring when Tampa and Atlanta both lost. It was like the Conjuring where the dude reads the Bible, right, and he's like saying all these biblical words in Latin, and Ralph starts vomiting blood, and he's like, and then now he's back to Ralph. So,
that's right.
Yeah,
I'm back to Ralph.
He's back to YOLO. He wants the YOLO trades again.
Trade up, trade picks, anything, dude. The Saints are tied for first at Sunday at 3:30. Anything's on the table in Twitter Spaces. I will demand Loomis make it happen. I want 3 or 4 players by Monday afternoon when the trade deadline ends.
I just finished the first season of Severance, so I was thinking more of like a Severance metaphor, where like he goes to work and he's one person, and then he leaves work in his personal life he's a different person. Every time he calls Andrew, he's a different person.
But if I'm a different person, I hope I have 2 working arms as a different person. Like if I'm probably, it would probably be, I bet work I have 2 working arms. I go home, I only have 1.
No, in Severance, your physical body is still the same both times. You can't change physics.
Ralph, have you watched the new Game of Thrones, the House
of the Dragon? I haven't. I don't have HBO Max.
Wow, I thought you'd be all over that.
I don't. Well,
you were such a Game of Thrones guy.
I am. I'll catch up. I'll get HBO Max. Look, I gotta wait. Baseball's got to end because once baseball ends, I have.
Well, that's for sure.
I have time at night to watch stuff. I don't like right now. I don't have time.
Less than 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks. Well, it'll be 4 more days. The Astros are going to sweep the Phillies.
Oh man! Why did you say that?
Shots fired.
Why did you say that, man?
What we got?
It's a little weird that you have Alex Bregman, a fathead. But I'll allow it. He went to LSU. I'll allow it.
Reggie Bomb.
More like Pena right now.
Is Bogus Sevic still on the team?
No. He's a color commentator.
Oh yeah, right.
Why did he?
What you got, Thomas?
Or something?
Yeah, he's a Tulane guy.
Okay, next question. Next question from Saints Rabbit, our MVP candidate from this show. Long question. Since the NFC South is an embarrassment to professional football, what is our fastest path to stealing the division? Is it health, less turnovers, better tackling, coaching changes, good COVID, or something not listed, and you can only choose one?
It's got to be good COVID. I mean, it's not even a question. Look what it made Cam Jordan a double-digit sack guy last season. Imagine what good COVID could do for Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who needs a little good COVID right now is Michael Thomas. Put that right in his toe.
I'm going to answer this. I'm going to answer this seriously.
For sure.
Coaching changes, no. I don't think that's going to help us too much. Better tackling would help, but no, not that much. I think it's between health and less turnovers for me. I think just directly less turnovers would probably be better. I think I would take less turnovers.
The answer is
if I told you the injuries would be the same, like more weeks of no Lattimore and no Michael Thomas, just awful, right?
Yeah.
So the injuries stay the same, but I'll give you 3 games without a turnover.
Yeah.
Would you take it?
Yeah.
Mystery door number 2 is you get a bunch of guys back.
What are they?
I'll take door number 1.
So you got the Raiders.
That's a good question.
You got the Raiders, the Ravens, and then who? The next Pittsburgh. You go 3 weeks without a turnover, Andrew. I think they're going 2-1 minimum.
Yeah, I'd take that.
Yeah.
I think no turnovers is what you want.
Can we just what's up with Peyton Turner? What's his status?
He's dead. That's his status.
You mean Marcus Davenport?
What is a Peyton Turner?
Somebody.
No, I don't mean Marcus Davenport, but what's up with Marcus Davenport too?
He just doesn't. He's just bad.
It's the same person, man.
I mean, why? I know it is.
Get with the program.
I mean, Peyton Turner especially, because Marcus Davenport has played a little bit, but just like disasters, just disasters of draft picks. I mean, just you know, you want to talk about why we're in this situation.
That you got three first, and you got nothing out of it.
You got diddly squat, okay, and you compare that to 2013 when you landed every single draft pick, and you don't need to do that. There's a happy medium somewhere in between that. But my God, I hated those picks then. I hate them now even more. They were so stupid. So stupid. And look, I'm not a Mickey Loomis hater, and it doesn't even matter if I was, because he ain't going anywhere. But those were terrible, terrible, stupid decisions.
Well, I'll say this about Peyton Turner. Somebody on Twitter, Andrew, they compared Peyton Turner to Jonathan Sullivan, and I tweeted back. I said, I wish Peyton Turner was as much as a disaster as Jonathan Sullivan, because at least Jonathan Sullivan was doing fun stuff like going to the media buffet before the game and eating. Like Peyton Turner's he's not even fun in like a horrible way. He's just
like drafting project defensive players. Like who like I said this before. I've said this at the time. Like the Saints do not have a reputation for coaching up raw defensive talent. Who have they ever done that with? That's not their MO. They can't do that.
Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, right. And all right.
The exception proves the rule.
Yeah, okay. I mean, maybe.
Lattimore? I guess Lattimore was NFL.
We have a gift for Peyton Turner pick, man. Come on.
We do. There it is. Andrew. Never has an instant reaction been so correct in the history of the world.
I mean, you know, I'm just saying 2013.
It really was my face when we took Peyton Turner.
That's right.
It's hilarious.
What? Yeah, Andrew, because like Ray Charles saw this coming as a terrible pick. It was a terrible, terrible pick. It made no sense. It made zero sense. Terrible.
Is Peyton Turner like on track to be like a top 5 worst first round pick in Saints history? Like he's worse than Stephon Anthony.
Oh yeah,
right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's definitely
in like Sean Knight territory.
Yeah, I mean,
Stanley Jean-Baptiste level.
He's definitely like top 3 of the Mickey Loomis era bust. I mean, you got Sullivan, you got John, you got the Pirate, and I think you got Peyton Turner, like top 3.
But like the Pirate, Stanley Jean-Baptiste, I'll call him by his name. He went on and had some success with the Eagles.
No, he had no success. He just bounced around from practice squad to practice.
He bounced around.
I thought I remember watching him on some primetime game where he was.
Yeah, he played for the Ravens for like.
I remember Andrew thought Stephon Anthony was good after one season. I remember that, Andrew.
He had 100 tackles.
Don't backtrack now.
He had the first.
Stephon Anthony he had the first 2-point conversion return in NFL history.
Yeah,
that's right. Defensive 2 points is right. So what do you got for us, Thomas?
Serviceable for at least one season.
It's also proof that I think personally it's proof or evidence, maybe would be the better word, that the what's the system that they use, the ratings,
the RAS.
That's hit or miss. It's hit or miss, just like
that's pre-RAS though. That's
pre. No, I'm talking Peyton Turner.
Oh, Peyton Turner. Yeah.
It's all hit. It's like taxes. It's like you can be a W-2 employee and get taxes taken out early, or you can be a C Corp and do whatever. It doesn't matter. The government's going to get their money. Okay. And either way, when it comes to drafting by RAS or drafting by feel or drafting by however the hell you want to draft, it doesn't matter. You're going to win some and you're going to lose some.
Drafting by
unless you're Kevin Held, and then you're a genius.
That's right.
Sometimes.
What's next?
Okay, next question from Jason Champagne, who was in the chat earlier. He asks, besides Lattimore, name one player you think opposing offenses fear on our defense.
I still think Cam Jordan is in that conversation.
Peyton
and
Turner,
I don't think anybody wants to get hit by Demario Davis.
I would say Demario Davis, and then maybe even if they're paying attention, maybe Pete Werner. Yeah, people are taking notice of Pete Werner, maybe, I would think.
Mario Davis is going to shatter his sack record. He's already, what is Andrew's, his best ever is like 5.5, and he's already at 5.
No, I think his best ever was 4.5.
So, I mean, and teams still, especially probably now more than ever on the Saints defensive line, teams are like, if we block Cam Jordan, we're good. So I don't know if you call that fear.
This is why we need Kevin. Kevin would immediately get on. Mario Davis has had a career high 5 sacks 3 times. 2017 with the Jets, 2018 with the Saints, and 2022. So he's already tied his career best of 5 sacks. He needs a half sack.
Wow.
To have his best sack season in his career.
We got that jaw. Get him.
Hoodad 11-8 says it's bad when DeMario Davis is our best pass rusher. It's not good.
Not great, Bob. Not great.
Not ideal.
What's next?
Okay, next question. Last question of the show, actually, from Vince S. And he asks, has there ever been another team in the history of the NFL to throw 2 pick sixes in a single 2-minute offense? I wanted to save that question for Kevin, but
I don't know.
I know Peyton Manning did with the Colts when Jim Mora went nuts.
Yeah, that's the playoff speech. That's the genesis of the playoff speech. But
I'm sure the Saints have. I
don't know, man. I can't remember it. That was some Saintsy type shit. The 2 back-to-back pick 6. The Saints, it was 14-14. They're moving the ball, and you're like, they're going to go up 17-14. Maybe they go up 21-14. Arizona's going to get the ball second half. We're in really good shape here, even though Dalton had the bad pick in the end zone. And the roof caved in 102 seconds of game time.
You can't tell me that Heath Schuler has never done that.
I don't know, man. Somebody have to look that up before the end of the show, and we don't have Kevin to do
it. Look it up, Dave. Look it up.
Sorry, I had to get a rum drink.
All right, so it's game pick time, Thomas. Update us on the scores.
Game picks already? Okay.
Well, I won this week.
You did?
Let's talk about that first.
Are you sure about that?
Well, unless you decided to just award points randomly to whoever you felt like because this game is a sham. Sure. That's possible.
Maybe I did, man.
Yeah. Maybe I did. Wait, how did Ralph lose? Oh, because he locked it in and he lost.
I locked it in.
Yeah, he lost 2 points. He locked in the game and he predicted Kyler Murray would be playing Call of Duty instead of training for the game.
Yeah.
So
I
deducted 2 points instead of 1. I gave Andrew 2 points because his son Rashid Shahido scored a touchdown.
Wait,
and 1 point.
Did
and
he
1 point for Dave.
It doesn't matter. It's his son.
It doesn't matter, man. It's this is my game, man.
Dang.
Ridiculous. Shut up. I'm just going to start picking Thomas's mom as the star of the game, and maybe he'll give me 5 extra bonus points. Thanks.
Now you're getting with it, man.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Now you're talking. Polish salami.
Tiger Saint says Raiders 5, Saints 6. Jesus.
As a score?
Yes, as a score.
Would that be scoregami? Would that be a scoregami?
That might be a scoregami.
Sounds like a Kevin prediction.
All right. Well, here's my thing. I've been picking the Saints to win a lot.
Yeah.
Clearly, this isn't working.
Yeah.
I'm not beating Kevin in this competition. It's not.
It's only week 7. You got plenty of time. You still got some locks.
I get that, but
Kevin could lock it in and it could blow up in his face.
I'm more upset about the fact that I keep picking the Saints to win and they lose. So I got to shake it up. I got to pick the other
Thomas
team.
might just think you're sexy and just give you 3 points just for the hell of it. You never know. You have no idea what could happen in this game.
I'm counting on that, Thomas, because I know you think I'm sexy. Raiders 31.
minus 1 point for Dave for not being sexy.
Yeah.
I said you were sexy. I'm the one. It was my idea.
Raiders 31, Saints 20.
Wow.
Saints Yeah, it's going to be bad. And Adebo's going to be back. He's going to get torched by David Carr. Just kidding, Derek Carr. Ralph always calls him David Carr.
David.
What's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference?
David, Derek, used, whatever.
And it's not going to be pretty.
Jerry says Saints 24, Raiders 14 in the chat. Dave,
You know what? Go ahead and lock that in.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Interesting. I actually had the same thought process, I think, as Andrew, except we're the opposite. I've been picking the Saints to lose, and it's been working out for me. And I'm just, for some reason, I think the Saints are gonna pull this out. I have no reasoning for it. I don't think officially they should. I don't think that they're favored. I doubt.
They're a 2-point underdog.
Yeah, at home. They're 2-point underdogs at home.
To a 2-win team.
Right. So that should tell you everything you need to know. And despite all that, I think that this is the game that you wouldn't think they're going to win, so they're going to win it. So I picked the Saints, and I'm looking now at my Twitter DM so I can see what I told Thomas. I picked the Saints 27, Raiders 21. And I picked for my star of the game. We've already had somebody sing this song on the podcast, but I'll sing it again. Olave. Ooh. I think Olave is going to be back, and he'll put up a bunch of catches for over 100 yards for sure.
Okay.
No, not Pooh. It's my star of the game because I picked them to win.
I messed up the graphic. Sorry, guys.
I like how he just messed up Dave's graphic. Just kiss to you, Thomas.
Maybe on purpose, man.
Of course.
Maybe.
Give Dave -1 for forcing you to mess up the graphic.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing with the Saints. They are bad. And bad football teams, they have their tried and true methods of how to lose the game, and they just sort of cycle through them. Like good teams do good things and win the games. The Saints are a bad team, and they just cycle through their ways to win the game, to lose the game. Last week it was 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions by Andy Dalton. We haven't had a special teams calamity in about a month, so we're due.
This is
Raiders 31,
decent line of thinking.
Saints 27. Your turd of the game, Will Lutz. He's going to miss 2 field goals, and we're going to hate him come Sunday at 3:30. I can't lock it in because I'm out of locks.
Yep, you're done.
But if I did, I would. So, Kevin, he probably didn't send in a video pick or anything, so Thomas gets a Kevin's pick.
Unfortunately,
I like that small Lutz. I like that.
He didn't send anything, and he was too busy.
Small nuts. Okay, so you can guess.
Do I need to call him again?
No, but you can guess his prediction, just like the old days.
Pain.
That's the prediction.
Saints 8, Raiders 6. I bet he picked the Saints to win.
You think so?
Yeah.
Dave, what do you think?
I think he picked the Raiders to win.
You would be right, Dave. He did. 15-10.
15. Where does he get that number?
I don't know, man. and his third of the game. He didn't say that, but I went to
Mora, right.
He didn't say that for the record.
All right. Well, I'm going on record. I'm going on record. Last week, I was the only one to pick the. Who'd we play?
Cardinals.
The Cardinals, and I won. This week, I'm the only one to pick the Saints. Hopefully, I win.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe Thomas will fix that graphic too.
Yeah, maybe.
All I know is if the Saints could win 100-0, and Thomas would figure out a way to deduct points off of Dave.
I will.
I love it.
It's ridiculous.
I will always find a way.
You know what's going to happen is the Saints are going to win, and Thomas is going to be like, Dave, look at your graphic. It's all messed up.
Yeah.
I can't
you didn't get a pick in time. So after this podcast, are you guys gonna like talk on the phone for like 30 minutes?
No, we do that in the morning.
It's like
so
like while you're both pooping. Is it
There
like
it is. It's semi-fixed.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
It's like part of your morning routines.
It is. Thomas, who won MVP before we get out of here?
So a new
Saints
podcast record, Saints Rabbit, with more than 10,000 bits. Man,
wow!
Jesus Christ,
that's $10, right?
Well, that's a bit more.
You better send in a video though, man. I've been
you better send in a video. And thanks to that's why we were able to purchase exclusive audio of Jim Mora and just berating Dennis Allen because of support like that from patrons and people that love the show. You support the show, we can do amazing things. You should become a patron, like Ashley did and Donald. They both became $10 patrons this week. They'll be getting the Booze Bundle swag box and access to the Discord community. If you listen to the free version, you should join us. It's amazing. Saints Rabbit, thank you, sir, for supporting the show. So it's time to get out of here. Thanks everybody for listening tonight. It's been great. Saints still in the NFC South, only one game back, baby. So for Kevin, who's MIA, who we woke up from a nap at 9 at night, which is weird. For Dave, for Andrew, for Thomas, running the show back in Poland, doing a tremendous job, best podcast producer on earth. Guys, remember, if you're going to support a Saints podcast, you ought to support one that's the Louisiana Sportscasters Podcast of the Year. Till next week, the bar is closed.
Roll wave.
Go Tigers.